the text 16. Dvav imau purushau loke sharaschak shara eva cha shara sarvani bhutani kutasto shara uchyate. There are two classes of beings, the fallible and the infallible. In the material world, every living entity is fallible. And in the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. As already explained, the Lord in His incarnation as Vyasadeva compiled the Vedanta Sutra. Here, the Lord is giving, in summary, the contents of the Vedanta Sutra. He says that the living entities, who are innumerable, can be divided into two classes, the fallible and the infallible. The living entities are eternally separated parts and parcels of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we just read yesterday in 15.5, right? I'm sorry, 15.15, that Krishna is saying that the living entities are eternally my fragmental parts. All living entities. There is not one living entity who's not a part and parcel of Krishna. Nobody can say, oh, this living entity does not belong to Krishna, or I don't belong to Krishna. No, everyone. Whether we are in the material world or in the spiritual world, we are all eternally parts and parcels of Krishna. Now, the living entities in the material world are called fallible, and the living entities in the spiritual world are called infallible. The living entities are eternally separated parts and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When they are in contact with the material world, they are called Jiva Bhuta. And the Sanskrit word given here, Shara Sarvani Bhutani, mean that they are fallible. Those who are in oneness with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, however, are called infallible. Oneness does not mean that they have no individuality, but that there is no disunity. They are all agreeable to the purpose of the creation. Of course, in the spiritual world, there is no such thing as creation. But since the Supreme Personality of Godhead has stated in the Vedanta Sutra is the source of all emanations, that conception is explained. So, the living entities in the material world, we don't want to know the truth. We have forgotten the truth. You know, we are not situated in our true reality. So we are called fallible. And the living entities who are in the spiritual world, they know who they really truly are and their relationship with Krishna. So they are called infallible. Now, why they're called oneness with the Supreme Personality of God? Because they are one in the sense that they know that I belong to Krishna. I have an eternal relationship with Krishna. I'm a separate individual, but I have a loving relationship with Krishna. You know, and then in the spiritual world, here Prabhupada is saying there is no thing as creation. But we just said that there is spiritual planets and there is so many Vaikuntha Lokas and there are so many living entities and so many Lord Vishnus. Then what does it mean there's no creation? What it means there's no creation, that it eternally exists. There is no one time that it never existed. It always exists. It's not like this material world that there is one point where it is created, it comes, that we can see it. When Lord Vishnu breathes out, then again when he breathes in, that we can't see it. It's not like that. It always exists. According to the statement of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, there are two classes of living entities. The Vedas give evidence of this, so there is no doubt about it. The living entities who are struggling in this world with the mind and five senses have their material bodies, which are changing. As long as a living entity is conditioned, his body changes due to contact with matter. Matter is changing, so the living entity appears to be changing. So you see, matter always changes. It always changes the form. Water, the sun will evaporate the water, it will become clouds. Then the same clouds will come as rain, again will become water. So matter is always changing. It's not still. And that's the reason, like we see the flowers, sometimes they're in bloom. So the earth takes the shape of the flower. The earth, water, air, fire. Then after some time, it deteriorates. So the matter keeps changing, but the living entity, the soul, never changes, never. We can see our body also, always changing. In the material world, the living entity undergoes 6 changes. Birth. Our body at birth is totally different than what we are right now. Growth. Then we grow for some time. Then duration. We stay for some time. Reproduce. We have some children. And then dwindling, middle age starts because we start seeing, oh, my body is not so strong as it used to be before. Oh, my eyes are not so strong. Oh, I don't have so much strength as when I was 20 years old. But of course, if some of us are younger, then they don't know what is dwindling. But yeah, and then vanishing. This body, one day we have to give it up. And as soon as we give up the body, it is going to be decomposed. It will be either burned, buried, given to the birds to eat, something or the other. It's going to vanish. It won't exist. So these are the changes of the material body. But in the spiritual world, the body does not change. Because in the spiritual world, we do not have a material body. We have a spiritual body. There is no old age. There is no birth. There is no death. They all exist in oneness. Shara Sarvani Bhutani, any living entity who has come in contact with matter, beginning from the first created being, Brahma, down to a small ant, is changing its body. Therefore, they are all fallible. In the spiritual world, however, they are always liberated in oneness. Here, because we are in the body, we are thinking we are the body. We are associating with the body. We act, we work as if we are the body. We have forgotten that we are not the body. We have forgotten the truth. But when we go back to the spiritual world, we will be situated in the truth. There we do not need a material body. We will be situated in our true original form, our original spiritual form, which never changes, never. Here in the material world, we are always so anxious, always so fearful, because everything is changing. Each situation is changing. Outside is changing, our body is changing. So we are always in such a confusion. What's happening? Oh, this might change, or that might change. So much anxiety. We can see how the world has changed post-COVID. I mean, now that COVID is going on, it's a totally different world. So much anxiety, more anxiety it has brought on. It's a big evidence of how things keep changing here in the material world. But in the spiritual world, everything is blissful and peaceful. It doesn't change. There, everything is situated, we are situated in the truth. So a truth never changes. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if no comments or questions, then we can stop here.
Okay.
Okay.
2:30, right?
Today at 2:30. That's right.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki
Sure.
Hari Hari Bol. Thank you for joining.